Hi there, welcome to another draft here, using those shiny new Avacyn restored cards. Let's see what I managed to open this time. Alright. This pack seems a little on the weak side here, to be honest. I think the best card here should be the Trusted Force Mage, which is a fine common to take as our first pick here, and in a color that I like, green. Other than that, we have the Homicidal Seclusion, which seems good in the right deck, Grave Exchange, Riot Ringleader, and Amass the Components seems pretty good too. The Searchlight guys, I mean, there are definitely some decent cards here, but I gotta be honest and say that I was expecting a bit more for my first pick. The good news here is we are not passing much in the form of green cards. The only other green card in the pack is Pathbreaker Worm, and hopefully we get that back. I mean, there are some cards that are better than that guy here in this pack. Ooh, alright, and now we get past the Lone Revenant and a Deathwind. Lone Revenant is not the kind of card that works in blue-green, since with green you actually want to have multiple creatures out thanks to Soulbound, and this thing thrives when it's the only creature on the battlefield. We could take the Deathwind here, but I think the best blue card in the pack is the Latch Seeker, and maybe I'm just gonna take that. I mean, Latch Seeker seems pretty good with Trusted Force Mage. Let's go ahead and take it. I mean, I do like Deathwind, Deathwind, but I like blue better than black overall. Alright, so here we could take... I mean, there's really not much here. There's a Honored Guardian, which doesn't seem to be exactly what we want to be doing here with this start. There's a Pure from Reality and there's a Spectral Prism. I think those are the realistic choices here. Unless we want to end up going into black, but I don't think we want to do that. There's also a Defang, a Snare Disguise, but I think I'm just going to take the Pure from Reality. In blue-green, it's very important that you have a lot of bounce blue cards. Alright, Borderline Ranger, this is exactly what we wanted to see here, since it works well with Pure from Reality. It's a card advantage, and it's a good card overall. Maybe the best green common, although that's debatable. I'm torn between the Ranger and the Force Mage. Either way, that's what I'm gonna take here, Borderline Ranger. Alright, now we have some options. We could take a Vorst Claw, we could take a Nettle Swine, we could take a Crippling Chill. There are some decent cards in other colors, Removal, and a Beater, but at this point I think I'm just gonna take the Nettle Swine. It's a 4/3 for 4. It's an aggressive body. Alright, here, no blue cards, a decent black card, a decent white card, red card, and a decent white card too. Another one here. But I think I'm gonna take the U-Spirit. Seems... I mean, I haven't played with this guy yet, but I have played against it, and it seems like a decent guy to have around. It's like the poor man's Chameleon Colossus, right? Alright, so things are not working that nicely here. I think we could take a Geist Snatch, but I think at this point we are going to take a Bone Splinter. Since we are green, we can definitely splash something if we need to, and Bone Splinters is removal. Alright, and then a bunch of nothing. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Fleeting Distraction. At the very least, it could be a decent combat trick, and it replaces itself. Which should be enough most of the times. Alright, so we got our first pack back, and yes, black seems to be ridiculously open at this point. I think Grave Exchange is better than the Searchlight guy, so that's what I'm gonna take, I think. Maybe we are abandoning blue. I guess we shall see. Which means that you was... like, I'm kicking myself now for taking this Latch Seeker rather than the Deathwind, but you know, that happens. It's not even a given that I'm giving up on blue at this point though, so we shall see. Alright, here we got a Pathbreaker Worm, which is what we are going to take. Big Beater, so boned guy. Better than the Guy Snatch, especially since we don't know if we are blue yet, and we are almost certainly green. Alright, yet another Wave Exchange. Let's go ahead and take it. At this point we have more actually good black cards than blue cards, since this thing isn't really good. It's just filler. Alright, and this guy is decent. So let's go ahead and take it. None of these cards do anything, might as well take the green card. Alright, Seraph Sanctuary. And Swamp. Alright, now we are... I think we have to make a commitment early impact 2 here at this point. Ooh, Crater Hoof Behemoth. Definitely taking that. What do we hope to wheel from this pack? We could wheel an Elgold Shieldmate, a Driver of the Dead, and even in Shade even. Maybe an Alchemist's Apprentice. I mean, there isn't really any great cards here. I mean, Star Mentor is pretty good. I've learned to respect it. But yes, no way we are not taking the Behemoth at this point here. It's even a Mythic. Okay. Decision time. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Tandem Lookout here, since... Oh, maybe the Pillar of Flame. Or even maybe the Gold Knight Commander. Yeah, like... We don't really need another Grave Exchange, and the other black card in the pack is not so good. There are some blue options. I don't think I'm going to dip into red or white at this point, so I think I'm just gonna take the Tandem Lookout. This could work well. I mean, it's card advantage. We do need a couple of blue flyers, or even like some extra Ledge Seekers. Alright, now I'm happy that I did that, because... Ooh. I was gonna say that I'm happy that I took the blue card there, because Into the Void, it's ridiculous, but we also have a Druid's Familiar, which, to be perfectly honest here, I'm not sure which one is better in a green-blue deck here. There's also a Riders of Gavony, which is pretty good too. But yeah, it's between these two cards. I think green has enough aggressive dudes that Into the Void may be better here. I mean, Druid's Familiar is pretty ridiculous, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take Bounce. Bounce is so important in this color combination, so... Alright, now we get some good ones. We could take a Nightshade Peddler or a Timberland Guide, I think. Even a Gavony Alchemist. Alright, so let's go ahead and like at least hide these double black cards here. We could still splash for Bone Spliners. And I think here we are going to take the Timberland Guide. I think I'd rather have that guy than the Peddler here, since we are more on the aggressive side. Although I really would like to get some of these here too. But yeah, Timberland Guide seems good, especially with stuff like Pure Form Reality. Ooh, Nephalia Smuggler, huh? There's also a Mazda Components here, but I think I'm gonna take the Smuggler. The Smuggler seems pretty ridiculous with some cards like the Guide, the Ranger, Behemoth, huh? And even the Sobon guys, yeah. And we like could try and just draft around this card right now. This card is really ridiculous. I've been on the receiving end of Nephalia Smuggler field beats, and it's not pretty. Let me put it that way. Here we could take a Flowering Lumber now. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3 creatures with Soulbone at this point, so that's probably not what we want to be taking here. I think it's just safer to go ahead and take another U Spirit. Nothing good here. I mean, there's a decent white card, decent black card too, but other than that, this pack is really horrible. Let's go ahead and take the sideboard card. Alright, now we have actually nothing, so we might take the Floating Lumber Knot, since if we get... yeah, we're not going to play this thing either, so let's go ahead and take the Lumber Knot here. Outread, huh? Yeah, that could be a card. That could be a fine card for our sideboard. But yeah, at this point here, we really need some extra stuff here to be able to do anything with this deck. Super late Righteous Blow. I'm definitely gonna hate draft it. Don't think I'm gonna play it, but oh well. Bone Splinters. I guess it's good with creatures like Timberland Guide and even Borderland Ranger, right? Alright, now we're talking. We could take a Ghostly Flicker, but I think the Guy Snatch should be actually better in this deck, since we are looking to play a lot of bounce already. So this could act like removal, right? Yeah, now I wish I had taken the other thing, because now we get another Guy Snatch that I'm not going to take, but I will take the Terrifying Presence. Alright, Scroll of Avacyn, getting there. We do have a Bumby Mythic rare, but we still need some stuff here to be able to call this a true deck. Let's hope Pack 3 is nice to us, because Pack 2 dried up pretty quickly. Demon Lord of Ashmouth. We do have a Vanishment though, and that's probably what we are going to take. Hopefully we are gonna wheel a Nightshade Peddler. I mean, we could wheel a Timberland Guide, but I don't think that's really possible at this point. And Vanishment is a perfectly fine card to have in our deck. Ooh, Dark Imposter, Jesus. This thing is really the best. Sadly, I cannot take it, and you know, it's one more reason why I should have been black from the beginning, but well, there's no reason to cry over spilled milk at this point, so I'm just going to take a Mist Raven, which is one of the best commons and works perfectly with Nephalia Smuggler. Man, the green cards are not coming at all. Favorable Winds is not good in our deck. Thankfully, I think Angelic Armaments should be good enough here. Could take a Spectral Prison, but I don't think that's really good. We don't really need a second Peel from Reality. I think we need more ways to make our guys connect, and this works. Angelic Armaments. Wingcrafter is actually pretty good in a green-blue deck, so that's what I'm gonna take. Deathwind, huh? Yeah, I really fear the black deck some guys making here at this point. But I'm at this point gonna try to make my deck better rather than make their deck worse. So let's go take a Wingcrafter. This is a very late Seraph. However, this is also a very late Captain of the Mists, and we are definitely taking that. Captain is pretty good. It's a tapper. It has the potential to actually tap a lot of stuff in a single turn in order for us to connect with our green monsters. Alright, man, another Deathwind? This is just getting ridiculous at this point. I think we could take like a Vorst Claw or a Nettle Swine. I think I would rather have a Nettle Swine. Man, or maybe, yeah, like I don't really want to splash black in my deck because I have enough bounce. But this, yeah, I'm really starting to get worried here. Yeah, but at this point, I mean, Vorst Claw is good enough, but I think I would rather have another early beater. I mean, it's not exactly an early beater since it's a 4-mana guy, but alright, now let's start hitting those black cards here. No reason to get another Guy Snatch here. We could get a Spectral Prison though. It doesn't untap, right? It's just not very good. We could hit a marrow bats. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go ahead and take the spectral prism because we might end up needing it. Natural end, number 2. And nothing else. Don't need another Pathbreaker worm here at this point. Or maybe we do because I don't want to play this Flowering Lumber Knot. Let's go ahead and hide these Bone Splinters too. 15 creatures, right? Yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead and take the worm. Probably not playing it, but you never know. Yeah, like I don't really want to play this either. Yeah, things are kinda weird for us at this point. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a Galvanic Alchemist. Man, I'm really kicking myself for not being black here at this point. Yeah, let's go ahead and hate this Thraben Valiant. We could have just like a killer green-black deck at this point. Maul Inquisitor, Thraben Valiant. I would rather they have a Thraben Valiant, so let's go ahead and hate the Inquisitor. Lair Delve is really not going to be good in this deck, but whatever. Scroll of Griselbrand. Alright. Yeah, so that's it for our deck. We have barely 23 cards here. But like, if we end up not playing against the ridiculously good black deck here, we could end up being like making the finals or something, because we have some pretty good cards here. Let's see how we build this. Alright, so at this point we have 21 cards that we are surely going to be playing. We could we need 2 more cards, right? So could bring in a Fleeting Distraction to just, you know, cycle. I think that's actually reasonable. And we could bring in the second Pathbreaker worm, maybe. I think it's likely better than the Spectral Prism, even though we have... Yeah, nah. You know what? I'm gonna bring both these cards in, since we need some early plays here to counter the aggressive starts. So I think that works. By color. Yeah, we really need to be 9/8 here, since we have a triple green card and we have this guy, which is a mana fixer, but it requires green mana. So yeah, well, let's see how we do.